Hey guys, it's Kyle here. I'm on my way driving to work, and it dawned on me I've never done a review on my car. I drive it. I've always wanted to do one. I've never had the time. Never really knew how to go about it. So I just kind of figured, you know what? Why not just do it? That's ST3. Now, for those of you who don't know what that means, the ST3 is the ones top of the line, leather, Ford Sync, all that fun stuff. Not really important. But what is important is the car itself. Now, what I mean by that is, let me give you a little bit of background here. I grew up working on cars. My last car was a Mark V GTI. So, I've always wanted to do this review, and I never really knew how to go about doing it. So I figured the best way to go about it was just to kind of give you, what I like, what I don't, and little quirks about the car. So I guess let me get started. The first thing is what I like about the car. Now, I cannot say enough good. I can't say any more good things about this car. It's always got something that I like. Whether it's the fact that I've got more power than really what you need for around town. They make about 250 wheel horsepower from the factory, about 270 pound-feet of torque, and it's just a fun car. It's just fun. Another thing that I really have enjoyed about this car is it's unassuming. If you didn't know what you were looking at, you didn't know what you were getting into. For example, I drive Uber in my spare time. Some way to carpet. Why not? So all that Uber tells the passengers when I go to pick them up is, Kyle's coming to get you in a Focus. They don't know. So I'll pull up and I'll be sitting right in front of them, and it'll take me calling them, rolling down the window to, hey, here. They're, wow, this is a Focus? Oh my God. They'll get in the car and it's just unassuming to them. They'll get inside the Recaro bucket seats and they're surprised. And, for me at least, there's no better feeling than somebody absolutely loving your car because they had no idea what it was. I've had people tell me that they're going to go out and buy one of these cars after I've given them a ride there. It makes you feel good as an owner. It really does. Ford did a great job when they designed this car. They really did. And, I'd say one thing that I really do like about this car. I talked about the drivability earlier. One of the things that I really have fallen in love with this car is the simple fact that it's a pleasure to drive. It really and truly is. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. I could be, driving to work. I could be going out to the range. I could be whatever the day calls for. This car just makes it enjoyable. The seats, at least for me, I don't get uncomfortable. My back doesn't start to hurt. I don't have any of those issues. I never get bored behind the wheel. If I'm having a bad day, okay, the car goes, let's go get a little crazy. Let's spin some tires a little bit. Let's have some fun. And it does that. And it does it well. It really does. You get a little bit of torque steer, but it's not bad. It's just enough for the car to go keep you alive, keep you alert, make you really want to drive the car. And, Ford, seriously, good job with this car. You all did a fantastic job designing this. You really did. So, now, what I'd like to get into real quick is just the things that I really don't like about the car that much. And believe me, the list is small. I spent time trying to think about things that I really didn't like about the car. And it really only came down to three things that I've noticed. The first thing I really don't like about my car would be the fuel economy. Now, I know that's, this can be subjective. Sometimes I drive like a bat out of hell. But on average, the car says I get about 23 miles to the gallon. But it feels like every single day I drive it, even though I'm driving that far, it just sips a lot of fuel. And you know, and when I bought the car, that's one of the things that I read. You know, people said, "Oh, it doesn't get the best gas mileage, doesn't get this," and it is true. So if you're looking for a car that you don't always have to be filling up, I would look elsewhere. Now, the second thing that I really don't like about the car would be the rear leg room. Now, I'm a short guy. I'm 5'7". I don't have this seat cocked all the way back, but there is barely room in that back seat for me to even put a backpack or you know, in the footwell. There's barely room for that. So you know, it has become a bit of a problem, especially when I'm out driving for Uber. You know, I find myself crunched up to the steering wheel if I ever have somebody in the back. But again, you know, I don't, the way I saw when I bought the car, I'm never going to be sitting back there. Why do I care? But after owning it, you know, Ford, you could have given us a little bit more in the back. Just a little bit, not much. 4 inches, not much. And, you know, as I sit here and even now try to rack my brain around things that I really don't like about this car, I really can't think of anything else aside of those 2 things. I mean, the car was very well built. Looks great on the outside. The interior doesn't feel cheap. You know, there's really nothing very plasticky about it except for a small bezel here or there, and that's not a big deal. I mean, for the bang for buck, you really can't pick a better around town grocery getter car that you can still have a lot of fun in, and I do every day I have it. I am thankful that this is something that I chose to pick up for myself. So you know, this was just a very small review, something very minuscule, kind of test the waters. I'd love to hear some feedback. Please let me know things that I could do differently, things that you would like to see in the future, and you know, as always, drop me a like and